and welcome to day 10 of the 365 thoughts on confidence. And today's the first double digits, so that's progress in itself. And that actually does link to today's thought of the day, which reads, celebrating today's small wins builds tomorrow's confidence. As it turns out, today has actually not been the best day I've ever had in my life. And I wondered when the first kind of off day would come and I would still have to record a video. And today seems to be that day. And the reason that it wasn't a great day was that it started out with us not having any internet connection this morning for a few hours. So I wasn't able to do the list of things that I had on my to-do list that I wanted to get done. Then what else? I've had a headache all day long, been popping some pills and hasn't really adjusted the headache. It's still there, low-grade headache, so that's never great. Then other connectivity issues, YouTube playing up, hassles, like just hassles that get in the way of generally having a free-flowing and productive day. But to get back to today's thought on confidence being that we need to celebrate the wins in order to build our confidence. And even though I've had a crappy day, even though I would love to have a redo today, as the saying goes, you can't control what happens, but you can control how you choose to respond to what happens. And so even though there was so much that made this a crappy day that was outside of my control, I took it as a challenge to decide how I'm going to respond to it. Because yes, I could respond to it by getting frustrated and grumpy, and there was an element of that, I'm not going to lie. But when I noticed that that was my initial response, I did take a step back and think, well, you know what? It's outside of my control. How can I make the best of the situation? And so when we didn't have the internet connection, I decided, well, then I'm going to do some photo editing that needs to get done, and it doesn't need an internet connection. So I can celebrate a small win in that I got a number of shoots edited. And while technology wasn't allowing me to do what I wanted to do on YouTube, for instance, they've changed something and I was racking my brain and it was frustrating. I took a step back and realized, you know what, it's not the end of the world if that particular functionality doesn't work for me today. I can still carry on and do, upload my videos. I've still got that, the internet connection did come back in the end. So I was able to get some blog posts out, get some videos loaded, communicate with clients, get invoices out, do all of the admin and everything that needed that internet connection. And so as I sit here now, I can, in spite of all of today's hassles and strain and anxiety, I can list off a number of things that I was able to achieve and things that I might otherwise not have achieved had this hassle not happened. But most of all, what I'm going to celebrate is that I did recognize when I was going into that mental state of frustration and where I chose to get into a different state, like just choose a different emotion. I know that's oversimplifying a process that for some might be completely unfathomable, but I think it is one of those things that, as I always say, the more you do it, the easier it gets. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. And the sooner you become aware of your initial response to something, the sooner you're able to choose how else to respond to that and choose a more effective and productive response. So that's the thought of the day. I hope that you've got many things to celebrate today, even if it is the smallest of things. Even if it was just the small fact that you were able to get out of bed this morning and make your bed before you left home. Celebrate that win. As you build up these small wins, as you get into the habit of celebrating your small wins, so your confidence is going to increase because you're building a bank of wins that your brain is going to hold on to. And by celebrating those wins, you're directing your brain to focus on those good things rather than focusing on less good things. So that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you for tomorrow's video. If you liked this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click the notifications button so that you don't miss out on tomorrow's thought. And hey, if there's a woman in your life, a friend, a sister, a wife, a mother, whoever, who could do with a daily boost of confidence, then please do her the favor and share this video with her. As always, I'm Abigail, your Confidence Crusader, and I will see you tomorrow.